So after a period of about 1 to 3 years, the military has cleared everyone out of a certain area to set everything up for their operations. This is what they have been training to do all around the country, and this is what the military considers to be their specialty for the future evacuation of whole areas of the United States during martial law, for example. So the military has moved a lot of people out, taken over all of the local jobs after getting everyone fired or transferred to other locations. They now run the town's offices, the police, the fire department, the post office, the churches, the big hardware stores, the big wholesale stores. Everything is now under the control of the military. And we cannot forget to mention that all the local Freemasons in the area were quickly summoned into action by the orders of their military masters. So whenever Bill went into town, unbeknownst to him, undercover military agents were there, working at the grocery store, the post office, the hardware store, the diner. So Bill was surrounded by all these military people, and he had no idea what they were. The only thing that Bill realized is that these people seemed very, very stupid, and he began to call them the sheeple, thinking that they were just regular retards, because nobody would ever imagine that the military would kill an entire town like this. What a destructive act. What a waste of jobs. What a waste of lives. What a waste of money. No one would ever guess that it really is this bad. But it is. Because ultimately, the government plan is to kill small towns and force everyone into cities. Ultimately, the government plan is to kill all independent jobs and only have giant monopoly corporations that the militarized government controls. So the government doesn't care that they wreck another small town, because that is their goal. And that is what they've been doing for a long time. You just never hear about it. So wherever William Cooper went, the military was there. He was into radio, of course, so they took over the radio industry in that area, forcing him into working with them. If he went to a diner every Sunday morning, you better believe the whole diner was filled with military cattle. And these military cult members are a dumbed down and distasteful lot who Bill began to regard with disdain. And you could hear it on some of his broadcasts. He would begin to criticize the locals around Eager, Arizona. Because when the military surrounds you with their insect people, they are not an uplifting, interesting, or intellectually stimulating group of people. They are a group of broken people, and honestly are a drain to the human spirit and a pain to deal with. So I'm sure this began to wear on Bill's nerves, because honestly they are like hordes of the walking dead. But they are good slaves. They always follow orders, and they will never communicate to others very much. So they are exactly what the United States government and the Vatican is looking for. And what their presence does to ordinary people is to create the feeling of isolation within the target and cut someone like Bill Cooper off from everyday people, because the military cult is scared of real, intelligent, and strong people forming groups together. Because through real friendships there is hope. Through real friendships there is love. And real people help each other work and survive. So the militaries of the world, under Vatican rule, have known that through the centuries, if you want to control certain people's lives, you need to cut off their contact with other real people. Eliminate their support base, because other real people will always help them. And instead, send hundreds of programmed, satanic, ritually abused, military cult families into areas where men like William Cooper live. And this ensures that there will be no hope or place for great leaders like William Cooper to thrive in. And then William Cooper would be forced into dealing only with military people. So the military sheeple would constantly approach Bill and act like themselves, which is a bunch of low-life dirtbags who go out of their way to alienate others. So I will play another audio clip when one of their military pieces of shit calls into the show just to be an asshole and heckle Bill for as long as he could get away with it.
Good evening, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, can I get you to talk a lot louder, please?
Sure, how you doing?
Oh, that's much better. Doing fine.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm talking an hour and a half. And, you're new about, S7 or so in Iowa.
Well, that's good.
So, what do you have to say about these, Rosicrucians?
What do I have to say about them?
Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, what's the purpose of your show?
The purpose of the broadcast, the hour of the time, is to wake up the people who don't understand what's really going on.
Well, what's really going on?
Well, you'll have to listen to this broadcast.
I have listened to the broadcast, and I don't understand what's going on. You're telling me this, and you're telling me that, and what one group believes and what the other group believes.
And you don't think that that means anything?
Well, I don't know what you believe. I don't know what anybody else believes, and I don't know what the importance of the whole broadcast is, frankly.
Well, if you don't know what anyone believes, then you should listen to try to determine, and you should go and find the necessary references and books to check it out to make sure it's true, because it does make a tremendously big difference.
Well, yeah, I guess so, because I tell you something. Nobody's calling you except me.
Pardon?
I don't know what this is all about, and you're not telling me what it's all about, and I'm not going to find out what it's all about.
Well, you know why? Because you haven't got the brains to stuff up a gnat's ass that would roll around like a BB in a boxcar. You don't have the capacity to think. Good night. Every once in a while, ladies and gentlemen, we get one of these idiots who doesn't have any intelligence, no brains, no gray matter whatsoever, and is just calling not to contribute, not to learn, but to disrupt. And we are not interested in those kinds of people whatsoever.